Good morning to all of you. Good morning, Optimus Prime. Welcome to the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Today's editorial is all about the US President Donald Trump. How does it start? Trump moves on. So, what does it mean? Trump moves on. It means that he is going to continue in the office, and why this has been written, he has been accused of he has been subjected to impeachment charges and he has been acquitted. Against this backdrop, the editorial says, starts with the note, Trump moves on. Trump moves on means he will continue in the office. Why? He has been acquitted. Despite the seriousness of the charges, the US president is stronger after the acquittal. This talks about a contrasting situation. The word despite talks about a contrast. So, usually, what happens if the charges are very serious, then the person who has been accused or who has been charged should become weak. But in the case of Donald Trump, despite the seriousness of the charges, the US president is stronger after the acquittal. And there is one important word here, despite. When you come across the word despite, you should also think of in spite of. Despite and in spite of, these are prepositions. They express a contrast. Despite is a little more formal than in spite of. In the exam, the word despite has been given many a time. And it goes with, one of the reasons, it goes with common errors. Usually, the word despite people use with the preposition of. They tend to say despite of. It is not correct. Despite never takes the preposition of. In spite of, when it comes to the other preposition that expresses the contrast, in spite of, there also people make a mistake. What is that? They tend to write in spite of as two words, in spite, one word, of, one word. But in spite of should be written as three separate words, in spite of. So, what is the meaning of acquittal? This is a legal term. Acquit, acquitted, acquittal. Acquittal is a noun form. What does it mean? Free someone from a criminal charge. Acquit someone means free someone from a criminal charge. The opposite is convict. The acquittal, so what is the impact of this? The acquittal of US President Donald Trump on Wednesday of impeachment charges in the Senate has brought an end to the months-long acrimonious proceedings in Congress that exposed the American political class's deep partisan divisions. This talks about the impact of this acquittal, and it talks about two dimensions. One, it has stopped the acrimonious proceedings in Congress, that is one thing. And the other dimension, it has exposed the American political class's deep partisan divisions. There are three words here worth learning, and grammar point of view, it's a very lengthy sentence, not easy to understand. Whenever you come across a lengthy sentence, do remember you should identify the actual word or the subject the sentence talks about, and then you should separate the phrases and the clauses, and you should always focus on the subject and the verb and the object. Then you can comprehend the sentence, the meaning of the sentence effortlessly. Let us have a look at the three words which are really important. One is impeachment. Impeachment means charges, accusation, allegation, all these things. Impeach. It's a political term. Usually it goes with the head of the country, the president, the prime minister. Acrimonious. Acrimonious means bitter. Acrimonious proceedings. When you see a particular adjective, always try to focus on the noun and try to remember the combination. What is the combination here? Acrimonious proceedings. But everyday English or effective English also, we use the word acrimonious with arguments. Acrimonious argument means what? Bitter argument. Then there is one political term, partisan divisions. The word partisan means strongly supporting a person, a principle, or a political party. Then what is the reason for this impeachment charges or initiating? What triggered this? Or what is the response of Donald Trump after the acquittal? Mr. Trump, who was impeached for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress in the Democrats-controlled House in December, has expectedly claimed the Senate acquittal as a vindication of his actions. But the truth is far from his claims. There are two words here which are worth learning. One is abuse. Abuse means misuse. Usually it goes with power. They have used the same combination, abuse of power. But everyday English also we use the word abuse. Abuse means to shout at someone using foul language. He abused me or she abused me. That goes with everyday English. But here it has been used in the political context. And when it goes with the political context, it talks about misuse of power, misuse of authority. Then we say abuse of power, abuse of authority. Vindication, that is also an important word. Vindication of his actions. Proof that someone or something is right or justified. It talks about justification. So after the acquittal, the president felt his actions could be justified. This talks about what triggered this impeachment or the impeachment charges. It is Mr. Trump's decision to delay critical military aid to Ukraine in return for Kyiv launching investigations against Joe Biden, the former vice president, and a key Democratic presidential candidate, and his son, Hunter Biden, that triggered the impeachment proceedings. So, what is the reason for initiating the impeachment proceedings? There's one word here, triggered. Triggered means initiate. By refusing to cooperate with the House inquiry into the issue, the Democrats said he obstructed congressional proceedings. This is a reason to get the impeachment charges triggered. By refusing to cooperate with the House inquiry into the issue, the Democrats said he obstructed congressional proceedings. There's one word, inquiry. You all must be knowing that, investigation. The House voted largely on party lines on December 18 to impeach him. But it was clear that he would not be convicted in the Republicans-controlled Senate, where a two-third majority is needed to remove a sitting president from office. So this talks about what happened when they initiated impeachment charges. In the Democrats-led Congress, he was impeached, but in the Republicans-controlled Senate, he was convicted. He was acquitted. One house he was convicted, the other house he was acquitted. Convict is opposite word of acquit. Convict means declare someone to be guilty of a crime. And what happened party-wise? The grand old party stood firmly behind its president. Only Mitt Romney, the Utah senator, broke ranks to vote against Mr. Trump on one of the two charges. So it talks about how the party responded to the impeachment charges. The party stood firmly behind its president, firmly, very strongly. And there was an exception. Only Mitt Romney, the Utah senator, broke ranks. Break ranks, that is an idiomatic expression. It means disagree. So he disagreed. Otherwise, the party stood behind Mr. Trump. If it was certain that Mr. Trump would be acquitted, why did the House of Democrats launch the impeachment proceedings? That's a valid question. If it was certain that Mr. Trump would be acquitted, why did the House of Democrats launch the impeachment proceedings? The Democrats would say that irrespective of the final outcome, it is the House's responsibility to hold the president accountable for his actions. There is one important expression here, hold someone accountable. It means hold someone responsible. So the reason behind, though they knew he would be acquitted, why did the House of Democrats launch the impeachment proceedings? They would say, the Democrats would say that irrespective of the final outcome, that's a good expression you have to remember, it is the House's responsibility to hold the president accountable for his actions. While this is a valid argument, valid means reasonable argument, the problem is the political cost. Though it seems valid, it can be justified, there was a problem. What was the problem? A political problem. Mr. Trump has already launched a tirade and would definitely turn the acquittal into another campaign issue that would fit into his witch hunt narrative. So the political problem, they tried to impeach him, but he came out, he was acquitted, and he would use this as a campaign thing against the Democrats. So tirade means criticism. There is one more expression here, witch hunt. Witch hunt means an attempt to find and punish people whose opinions are unpopular. So Donald Trump would resort to that because he has been acquitted. Clearly, the congressional inquiry and the trial have not dented his popularity as many of his rivals had hoped for. Again, what is the impact of this acquittal? The Democrats thought it would dent his popularity. Dent means one flat surface gets a hollow thing, then it is called dent. That goes with everyday English. But in this context, dent means spoil, have not dented his popularity. And these two things, one is congressional inquiry and the other, the trial, they have not dented his popularity. What does it mean? They have not spoiled his popularity. Different pollsters, the justification for that statement, this goes with the headline also. Different pollsters suggest that the president's approval rating jump 43.5% to 49% is near his highest level since he entered the office. So it has made a positive impact instead of a negative impact. Furthermore, the Republican Party, which had often clashed with Mr. Trump in the early days of his presidency, stood united to defend him, irrespective of the facts of the Ukraine scandal. Usually, every party has its own problems, and in this particular incident, the entire party stood behind Mr. Trump, irrespective of the differences and irrespective of the facts of the Ukraine scandal. That is on one side. On the other side, the Democrats, despite their morally righteous positions, are divided. The party that was behind Mr. Trump, it was united, but Democrats, though their stand was right, though their stand could be justified, they are divided. Here, scandal, an event regarded as morally or legally wrong. The Iowa caucuses were an opportunity for them to start the process of building a nationwide counter narrative to Mr. Trump's protectionist, bellicose, and sometimes vindictive policies. And it was an opportunity for the Democrats to go against Mr. Trump on the basis of his protectionist, bellicose, and sometimes vindictive policies. All these words are very important: bellicose, aggressive, vindictive, revenge. But they messed up. Mess up means to create a problem. Here I have given the meaning confused. They messed up, embarrassing themselves. The Democrats may still not end the political wrangling over the scandal. Though President was acquitted, the Democrats may not stop wrangling over the scandal. Wrangle means an argument that continues for a long time. So, what will they do? The House can summon more witnesses and continue the investigation. That's what the Democrats can do. But to ensure a Trump defeat in the November poll, that may not be enough. They should have transparent primaries, unite behind their candidate, and launch a campaign on issues that appeal to the American voter. So the editorial ends on a suggestive note. What is the suggestion here? The Democrats should have transparent primaries, unite behind their candidate, and launch a campaign on issues that appeal to the American voter. Summon, it is again a legal term, order to be present. Usually it goes with summons of the court. So this is all about today's editorial. Now it is time to work on exercises and enrichment. Just have a look at the words and meanings. There are two columns. One column words, the other column meanings. You have to have a look at the word and find out the exact meaning of that particular word from the second column. I will give you a minute. Now I want you guys to respond. What is the answer? What is the meaning of the word acquit? Acquit means what? Yes. Now, I want you guys to respond. What is the answer? What is the meaning of the word acquit? Please excuse me. A lot of students have responded. I appreciate all those. Acquit means answer is E, that is set free. What is the meaning of impeachment? Impeachment, go to the second word, impeachment. Please type the number, then you could type the option. Yes, one it is E, two it is H. Impeach, charge, accusation, allegation, charges. That is right. What is the meaning of acrimonious? Acrimonious means what? We'll do it slowly. The third one, acrimonious. Acrimonious means bitter. J is the right answer. Acrimonious. Usually it goes with arguments. Acrimonious argument. In this context, acrimonious proceedings. Bitter. What is the meaning of partisan? Partisan politics. The fourth word, please respond now. I will say the word, then you respond. I will appreciate that. Partisan means what? Please type the word, the number, then the option. Partisan, the answer is G, supportive. That is right. Yadav, your answer is right, supportive. Now on, guys, please respond based on the word. I will say the word, you respond. Then it goes very smoothly. What is the next one? Vindication. What is the meaning of vindication? Vindication means proof. Answer is B. What is the meaning of tirade? Proof is right, Optimus. Next one. What is the meaning of tirade? Tirade means argument. Dented. What is the meaning of dented? In this context, usually dented, it goes with everyday English. But in this context, what is the meaning of dented? Dented means spoiled. Dented is reputation. That is right. Spoiled is reputation. Bellicose. That's a very good word. What is the meaning of the word bellicose? That's right. Optimus, spoiled, correct. And one more, Satya, the answer is right. Spoiled. Dented means spoiled. What is the meaning of the word bellicose? Bellicose means aggressive. It goes with argument, but in this context, the proceedings. What is the meaning of vindictive? Yes, Ramchandra Reddy, aggressive, that is correct. Bellicose. What is the meaning of vindictive? Vindictive means what? Vindictive means revenge. Vindication means proof. Vindictive, it's a negative word. Means what? Revenge. What is the meaning of wrangling? Tirade is criticism. Wrangling is argument. Argument. That is correct. Tirade, criticism, and wrangling, an argument that lasts for a long time. A long time. Then we use the word wrangling. Now try to work on this close test. You see 5 words, a short paragraph, close test. I'll give you a minute, then you could respond. The Iowa caucuses were an opportunity for them to start the process of. Always ask the question. When you try to handle close test, look at the context, use your grammar knowledge, and then take elimination approach, select the right word. The process of building. Optimus, your answer is right. The process of building a nationwide counter narrative to Mr. Trump's protectionist. What is the next word? Building is correct. First blank, building. That is right. What is the right word, or what is the word that goes into the second blank? Protectionist, all adjectives. The noun here is policies. Next option, not visible. I'll read out the words. Vindictive, wrangling, building, messed up, bellicose. So what is it? Already we have got building. Building is over. The Iowa caucuses were an opportunity for them to start the process of building a nationwide counter-narrative to Mr. Trump's protectionist bellicose. That is the right word. What is the second one? Bellicose. And sometimes, what is the next? Yadav, your answer is right. Bellicose. What is the next one? And sometimes, what sort of policies? You have to select vindictive. That is absolutely right. Who is this? Optimus Prime. Vindictive, bellicose, and vindictive policies, all adjectives. But they. What is the next one? But they. You're left with two words. One is wrangling, the other one is messed up. It should be either wrangling or messed up. That is right, Optimus Prime. They messed up, embarrassing themselves, messed up. The Democrats may still not end the political, you're left with one word. Which one is that? Political wrangling over the scandal. Wrangling, an argument that lasts for a long time. So what is the correct order? The Iowa caucuses were an opportunity for them to start the process of building a nationwide counter-narrative to Mr. Trump's protectionist, bellicose, and sometimes vindictive policies. But they messed up, embarrassing themselves. The Democrats may still not end the political wrangling over the scandal. That's right. Try to get this para-jumble, very short expressions are there. Try to get the correct order. Just write the letters. What is the first one? What is the second one? Whatever you say, I will write here. Then we'll see the order is correct or not correct. First one is B. That is correct. B. The House voted largely on party lines on December 18th to impeach Trump. What is the second one? C is not correct. Okay, that's right. Go on. I will not say right or wrong at this stage. Others may get whatever you think. I would like to tell C is not correct. A is also not correct. Who says no, A is not the second one? It is, I think one student who is at Ranjan has got it. Here, the House voted largely on party lines on December 18 to impeach Trump. But E is the next one. But it was clear that he would not be convicted. He would not be convicted in the Republicans controlled Senate. What is the next one? He would not be convicted in the Republicans controlled Senate where, this is a continuation, a two-third majority is needed to remove a sitting president from office. So, what is the correct order? B, E, D, A, C. Who has got this order? B, E, D, A, C. I will read out. The House voted largely on party lines on December 18 to impeach Trump, but it was clear that he would not be convicted in the Republicans controlled Senate, where a two-third majority is needed to remove a sitting president from office. This is the correct order. You see 5 sentences, each sentence with an error. You try to locate the errors. The Democrat said he obstructs congressional proceedings. Where is the error? That is right, Optimus Prime. Here, this question is related to reported speech. There's a reporting verb said. The Democrat said that. That is understood. It is optional. With or without that, the sentence is right. Then the verb should be in the past form. Obstruct is not correct. It should be obstructed. What is it? Obstructed. The Democrat said that he obstructed congressional proceedings. That is correct. Second one. Only Mitt Romney broke in ranks to vote against Mr. Trump on one of the 2 charges. Where is the error? Here, broken ranks not correct. What is it? Broke. Only Mitt Romney broke ranks to vote against Mr. Trump on one of the 2 charges. Break ranks, disagree. The House voted largely in party lines on December 18 to impeach him. Where is the error? It is not in party lines, it should be on party lines. It is related to preposition. The House voted largely on party lines, not in party lines. On the other side, the Democrats, despite of their morally righteous positions, are divided. Where is the error? Here we should not use after despite. We should not use of. Despite their morally righteous positions are divided. That is right. It is the House's responsibility to hold the President accountable for his actions. To held is not correct. Optimus, your answer is right. It should be to hold. To hold the President accountable, responsible for his actions. Word map. Whenever you come across a new word, you should always take the most important, when you read a sentence, you have to take one particular word and you have to create a word map. Here, the key word is accuse. Based on this, what are the words you can think of and what is the word map you can create? Trial, when someone is accused, usually someone files a case, then whatever happens, that is known as a trial. Then innocent, either the person is innocent or the person is guilty. These 2 are legal terms. They go with everyday English also. But here, innocent, a person who has not committed crime. And guilty, a person who has committed crime, found guilty. So when a person is found innocent, then the person is acquitted, means not punished, set free. When a person is found guilty, then he is convicted, means he is punished. And whatever the final thing, either verdict or judgment. These are the words, the word map. And there is one important word, alibi. Alibi means false evidence. During the trial, some people, they produce a witness and evidence. False evidence, what is the word? Alibi. That's an important word. And one word, you take one particular word, if you remember one sentence, broke ranks, idiomatic expression. Break ranks means what? Disagree. Take the verb break and try to create, here this is about the phrasal verb based on the verb break, and the idioms based on the word break or the verb break. Break into. Break into means to enter by force. Usually it goes with the police, thieves, usually with thieves, sometimes with police, sometimes with individuals. A thief broke into my neighbor's house yesterday, means entered by force. Break out. Break out means, this is also a phrasal verb, to start suddenly. It goes with fire, it goes with diseases, it goes with clashes. Clashes between the two communities broke out last night. A fire broke out in the city last night. Break out, to start suddenly. Breakdown. Breakdown has many meanings, but the typical meaning, stop working or stop functioning. My car broke down yesterday, one meaning. Breakdown also means to collapse emotionally. The old lady broke down when she heard the shocking news. Break in. Break in means one meaning, to enter by force, another meaning, to interrupt. Don't break in while I'm speaking. Means what? Don't interrupt while I'm speaking. Break away, to get separated. The militants wanted the state to break away from the country, to get separated from the country. So all these are phrasal verbs. Based on the word break, I have brought three idioms. Break the ice. When you attend a meeting or when you're in a group with strangers, initial silence that is a little awkward and it puts a lot of pressure on whoever is there. And someone takes the initiative, breaks that silence or changes the situation, then we say he broke the ice. Break the ice means to take the initiative to break the awkward silence in a group. Break the back of something means to tackle the hardest part of something. He could break the back of English language. That means what? When it comes to English language, a lot of people think grammar is the toughest thing. He could break the back of English language, means he could handle the toughest part of English language. Break the habit means to change your habit, usually a bad habit. He could break his bad habits, means what? He could get rid of his bad habits. And based on this editorial, what is the enrichment? You have got a few effective words, about 10 or 15. Then you got idioms, you got phrasal verbs, you got one word map. Besides, you could work on spot the errors, the close test, and the parajumble. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow with a new editorial. Thank you.